Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm gonna talk about my dysphoria and how it affected me. But before I do, I am so thankful for all your subscribers and leaving comments and everything. So that helps me a lot. Thank you so much. Before I follow on, please, I'll give you a few seconds if you want or nothing. Give it a like, subscribe, comment below, and click the notification bell because someone is not receiving notifications, my subscribers. So please do that and let's get into the video. So let's start from the beginning. So when I was young, right, like a little weeny child, right, I think I can put a photo here. Pretty much I always had a haircut. It was like a marine haircut, like literally bald. Like before going bald, like I just had to like get shaving cream and then I would be bald. That's how bad it was. And from a young age I always wanted to grow my hair, always. But my parents always said that I looked feminine. Hint. Anyway, until 12, I always had a marine cut, and I hated it. Like my hair would grow like so tiny, and they were like, that's too long for you. You know, you need to shave it off. So to be honest with you, I don't know what my hair type is because I've never grown it out until now, basically. Anyway. That was one of the major dysphoria that it didn't affect me when I was a child, obviously, but when I got to 12 and I realized that I was trans or something was wrong with me, it actually affected me more than it's supposed to, because I was literally fighting with my family 24 hours to have my hair growth. Like, it's just a minimum requirement that I want to have, and they didn't allow me. It's ridiculous. It also didn't help that nearly the same year, I remember, my voice dropped so deep. I was dysphoric by my hair, my voice, and I hit the growth spurt really early. Luckily for me, at the time, I think I grew until 5'3", 5'3", and that's like 1 meter and 60 centimeters in Europe, I think. Anyway. Editor, please look that up and put the actual correct thing. Thank you very much. I appreciate your work. Anyway, sadly enough, the dysphoria got to me, my voice deepened, and obviously my next concern was facial hair, because you hit puberty, facial hair, and to be honest, at the time, because I'm adopted, I don't know how tall I'm gonna be, how much facial hair I'm gonna have, things like that. So it saddened me, but through 12 to 16, when I came out, through those periods that nobody knew, I was acting really weird. I was always in my room making YouTube videos as an outlet. The matter of fact, I'm gonna confess to you guys, I have over 19 YouTube channels. Because on my dysphoria, I didn't have a name. Like, literally feels so wrong to say this, but I didn't, like, obviously I have a name, but I don't identify as, obviously, my gender that I was born at birth. So, obviously, and the most dysphoric thing is my name is really masculine. Like, my legal name is so masculine, I hate it. You just can't double standard it, if you know what I mean. It's not a androgynous name. It's not something you can switch to a female name. It's just that masculine, and I hate it. I need to get it changed, but right now I'm going to college and paperwork. I don't have the money for it, so, and I'm not going to do a GoFundMe. I'm not that kind of person to say like, oh, please follow my GoFundMe and support my cause, because nobody cares. At the end of the day, nobody freaking cares about you and your transition. Like, the people in the community do, but others don't. And you asking for money for like legal purposes to change your name, something that won't benefit the other people, or if you can't offer anything to the people. Meanwhile, like, for example, you can say a package like, for example, if you get these packets and support me, I'll give you something else in return. Okay, that's fine. But what's not fine is asking for money. Like, I know situations are different, but for me, asking for money, in my mind, nobody's gonna fucking donate. Nobody's gonna help me. So I'm literally stuck with this name until I can get it changed. And it sucks because every time I go, If it's not medical, I'm fine. Like what I noticed, I went to college, right? This is another college, different college. And they literally gendered me correctly as a female. But then the name is what gives me away because I need to do the legal paperwork. But thankful for that. This college is really open-minded and they refer me as the name you have here, Melinda. And I feel really positive about it. So that's great. Like they just told me like my legal name is just gonna be like because of the governing and everything else. But other than that, they told me my name tag can be my female name that I chosen, things like that. So that's really motivating me. Also that I get gender correctly already is something that I didn't concerned about it. Something I need to tell you that this is about dysphoria. I know I'll get to that, but something I realized, right? Hear me out. Hear me out. So people see transition videos, timelines, things like that. And for me, the reality is I can't express myself still because of my situation. Like I have female clothes, but so something that came to my mind is, or people that pointed it out is, why don't you wear makeup in your videos, or why don't you present more feminine to your audience? And the reality is this: I am broke. I can't afford to do my makeup every single day. Clothes are expensive, and people that work may have it easier, but I don't, and I need to wait. Currently, I'm buying little shorts and things like that I can wear when I go out, but it doesn't mean that I need to express to you guys. Do my makeup, for example. Makeup is really expensive, and if I'm not gonna go out that day and it's just to make a video, I can't afford to put makeup on like all the YouTubers that you see. So the reality of my situation is most of the time I walk out of that door to the world. Sometimes I don't have that much clothes, and if I do wear clothes, it's like female jeans and a shirt, or something, or skirt, something. But I don't normally wear that because the other thing is we don't have the laundry and dryer, and I don't want to sweat my clothes without any purposes, If I go out with friends or something like that, that's different. I'll doll myself up and everything. That day, if I have time, I'll make a video, but pretty much that's the scenario. Anyway, back to my dysphoria. So when I go to high school, right, I remember with a friend, I'm not going to mention the friend, I wrote a female name on my calendar thing that they give you to write your homework, or whatever you call it here in America, task book or whatever. I had that, and I wrote a female name, and they got really annoyed about that when they found out it was me. I said it was a joke, but I felt really bad. This is before going to the UK, by the way, so obviously my dysphoria was already there. The only time I could be myself, kind of, was my best friend. We used to play games. I used to role play as a female, things like that made me feel good. Yeah, so my best friend knew. Like, I didn't tell him until I was like probably 17 or 16. I don't remember when we get 15 maybe. I don't know. I think I came out before I went to the UK. I am not sure on my first year in the UK. One of the two. He was really accepting. He didn't understand at first, but then he started to comprehend dysphoria and that name and thing. And now we're really fine. He refers me as Melinda always. So I'm really thankful for that. The other thing is, I had a period, okay? This is really toxic, and I know I shouldn't be talking about this. So, I had an ex, right? I'm not gonna mention who, but I had an ex. And they tried and failed terribly to make me act like a guy. And I remember, oh God, I'm gonna post a picture. I'm not proud of it, but I had at some point, out of nowhere, I swear, this is out of nowhere, my body decided to grow facial hair. Once. I've never been able to do that again. Like even before starting HRT. Well, that's the only time you see me with a beard. Anyway, it was horrible. I didn't feel good about myself. And I was in a really toxic relationship. My friends helped me out. I broke up, and yeah, so I broke up with them not because they were mean. Well, yeah, debatable. But anyway, they were trying to change my, like, they didn't want me to be trans, but then they accepted it. It was such a weird combination. I said, no, it's not gonna be like that. I am so sorry. So yeah, if you're in a toxic relationship, please leave them. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Anyway, eventually, the pandemic hit. And for me, it was a really blessing time because just in February, before they shut everything down, I went to Planned Parenthood and I got my blood drawn. So that was great. I've done that. And then my next appointment was going to be starting the hormones. But because of the pandemic, I had to wait like a few months. It was a tough knowing that I could have started before or had it beforehand. But that's on me basically, not them. It was my fault. To be honest, they're nice. They're nice people. They treat you. So that was it. I was on HRT. I started on the 10th of July, 2020. And it was an amazing experience. The first thing you notice is happiness. Like that's the first thing you're gonna notice. Happiness is key, and mental health, because if you are just transitioning for the hell of it, and I know people like this, just for the hell of it, because you want to have the perks of being a female, then don't transition. Eventually you're gonna have dysphoria of being a female because you're not identifying as a female, you're just wanting to become a female, but you're okay with the gender you were born with, okay? What I'm trying to say is, if you're gonna transition, do it for yourself, because at the end of the day, if you do it for someone else, you're gonna feel dysphoric because it's not you, and that's the worst feeling. But for me, my mental health went up immediately, happiness, everything else. When it comes to changes, obviously you're gonna change, your hair texture is gonna change, things you do is gonna change. Something I'm gonna tell you. So I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I order fast food, and one of the fast foods I order is Burger King. Before HRT, I used to like pickles. Now I just can't stand them. I literally can't stand them. I don't know why. I literally don't know why. So yeah, things happen, you start growing as a person, and you need to find yourself. Because Melinda, the name Melinda, came with, because I like the name, it's a UK name, and give me a second. So, the thing that I like most about the transitioning process, I think I was talking about that, it elevates you. I love it. When it comes to dysphoria currently, it's the worst. My worst is probably my facial hair. I don't have much, but I do have. My hair in my body, that's another dysphoria I have. Other than that, I used to have more in the past, like my voice. I trained my voice. I can't play a clip, but I know my old YouTube channels, when I used to speak in Spanish, I used to have a lower voice than in English. And I don't know why, but in English I sound more feminine than in Spanish, so that's good, I guess. But yes, dysphoria, it's still gonna be present no matter what you do. Luckily for me, it's just minor things. Obviously, I'm not gonna talk about down there or anything like. The other thing that I used to fear the most was my height. So when I did the growth spurt, I ended up in 5'3", And I thought I was going to grow more because I was just 10 or 11 at the time. Yeah, don't ask me how, but I was the ones that hit puberty before everyone else. So I was pretty tall at the time. Then everybody grew to 6 feet, 5 feet 11, and I'm small, and I'm thankful for that. I haven't grown since, and I'm blessed because of that. What else? The other thing I recommend young trans people. Obviously, on my situation, I had to wait until I was old, like older, my early 20s. If your parents don't accept you and you came out in your teens, the only thing you don't want to do is like get depressed and start thinking, well, if they didn't accept me, then I'm gonna, and I heard this story multiple times, I'm gonna be the best guy, and I'm gonna start going to the gym and everything else. That at the end is gonna mess you up, like physically, like your body is gonna mess you up due to muscles and everything. Like, I'm not saying like, I don't know, because when I work out now, it's different. Like, I don't build muscle where I used to build. And when I say going to the gym, I did minimum work. So don't think I was here like a Hulk. I wasn't, and I'm happy for that. So anyway, hope this video helped you. It's a little bit long, but I just wanted to dedicate this video to you guys. People that have dysphoria right now, or can't get into HRT or stuff like that, I am so sorry. But think positively. You will get there eventually. Trust me. If I can get there, you can get. Before I go, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you're happy, and I'll see you guys. Bye.